So how's it going, my comic chat? I'll be back with another review. Sorry this did not come out Monday. Don't want to say I'm drowning, but I'm a little underwater with these Source Point Press interviews. Because they was all supposed to be filmed in March. We all agreed March. Then March doesn't work, so we got to film them all in February. And right as we're about to, right on the precipice, well, that's the new word for the day, precipice, of filming the review, someone has an emergency, someone can't film, so we're going to reschedule it. And when I reschedule it, it's stepping on someone else's toes that they already got that time, and it's just interview after interview. But nonetheless, watch it because it's beautiful. It's Project Grouphawk. Like, come on, it's fucking great. Sorry.
All right, Barney.
Yep. And Carrie's got the biggest announcement to tell y'all.
No, we don't.
Tell them.
No.
Just tell them.
What? Which part, babe?
That.
This?
Yeah.
You can't really see it.
What are we going to do?
What do you mean, what are we
Tell them
gonna
what
do?
we're going to do with our
Well,
100th.
I don't know how to explain it.
We are going to do our 100th review live.
Yeah, but there's more to it,
Where
too.
you guys can come hang out and chill with us. With also see other indie comic creators from the very beginning and ask.
Very, very beginning.
Yep. And we might even go back with those same creators and watch our first review ever of their books.
We could do a cringe-all
Yes.
replay of our start.
Yeah.
Oh, good God.
I'll link it down in the description down here.
When we started out in a tiny little room. Do you remember all that?
Yeah.
And then we said...
Well, no, I think our first video was over there on the couch. It was
but I think you got rid of some of those. We did do a couple in that room over there, too, when we were transitioning. But anyways.
The whole reason you're here is to hear about the legacy of The View. Number 3.
And, before we get into this review, well, this is PTSD, which I do want to say, before we get into this review, that is a very touchy subject. So if anybody's going through something like that, we can put links down below.
We'll leave a number.
It's a very serious, traumatizing thing for somebody to go through. And, if anybody's going through it, call somebody.
Anything. Suicide, mental health.
Whatever it is. Call for help. We can, like I said, we'll leave a number down below. Call a loved one, somebody to talk to, whatever you need. Because, this day and age, a lot of people are feeling some sort of depression or anxiety or...
with the current world events.
Everything, so... Created
and written by Paul Gomez, which we interviewed. So, right there above Carrie's head. Like, see if I can do it.
Over there?
Right there.
The little...
Yeah.
Oh, I do it.
And it should pop out if I do this right.
But...
I'm going to let you go first, just because...
I kind of started out with that.
Yeah, I mean, this is to kind of bring your mood down book. Yeah. And not a depressing way. And that's more of a upbeat, high spirit. So, kill our mood, Carrie.
Great.
PTSD.
So, it's basically about a character named Steven Christensen, I believe is his name. Okay. And he's a veteran. And he
is... Is this modern day?
Yes. But, so basically, it's about him going through his PTSD and his significant life events that he's struggling through in his mind, and it kind of just goes through story chapter after chapter after chapter. He's struggling with the loss of his father, and he was overseas.
It's not a chapter, it's a page.
But I call it a chapter. No, chapter of your life, Cody.
Sorry,
the events.
And all of these videos are unscripted, by the way. It's one take, one shot. It's going on YouTube.
Yeah, that's it. But anyways, the first part of his life, he was overseas in war, and he lost his father and couldn't be there. And
is this modern day?
Well, yes, but he's going back in his episodes that he's having in his mind. Isn't that awesome? But it's, his struggles of, losing his loved ones, and it's the series of his...
Does he live alone?
That's what I'm getting at, because after his struggling with not being able to be at his father's funeral or say goodbye, then he's struggling with the loss of his wife, And, you know, she kept asking him to get help, and he said no, because if I get help, I'll be labeled, which you know, having two children that struggle with depression and anxiety, you know, that's something that's hard for anybody. You don't want to be labeled, because then that follows you the rest of your life, but it's like, you need that help. And he's like, well, I'm not going to be able to get a job. Nobody's going to want to hire me if I'm labeled. And I hate to use that term, but that is the terminology that people go by. And then in the end of this, I'm guessing, do you want me to say?
Don't ruin it.
Well, a very, very sad moment happens, and he regrets not getting the help that he should have gotten. And we'll leave it at that. But it is a very moving book.
And we're gonna link
and
the
there's
number.
We'll put that information.
Yeah.
It's a very moving book. I enjoy reading books like this.
Yes.
So I definitely do recommend it. You know, and like I said, it's kind of, you know, a touch of what the world's current events are right now. But anyways, I give it a 9 out of 10. So
recommend it?
Definitely recommend it.
So just to clarify, the numbers that we are giving is recommendations. 0 is you would not recommend it. 10 is you would tell the first person you see after this video about it.
And just really, like, the cover of this book,
yeah.
I think the cover really ties in well with the way the art is in the book. It's just got a very gritty, you know, uncut, you know, unfinished style, and I just love it. And I like the colorway that they chose with each, you know, panel in the book. So it really represents the moment that he's feeling, you know.
Okay.
So.
And for each, speaking of new covers, if you click the community tab and scroll up, we've got some new awards that we're trying to add to our best of at the end of the year, coming in December. Mm-hmm. So one of them is Rookie of the Year, Cover of the Year, and I forgot what the third one is.
What, Artist?
Yeah, Artist of the Year.
Yeah.
So go vote. And if you want us to add all 3, we'll add all 3. Because this year, we are going to do it right and actually have the names of the books printed on the award number.
Yes.
We're not going to write it in this year.
No.
Last
that was
year.
the first time.
Right.
But anyways.
Because the years before that, we just said it verbally and didn't give out anything.
Yeah.
We're getting better. We're working to
growing as
right.
This channel is growing.
And I appreciate you growing with us.
So, Legacy of the View.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It has.
It's been a while.
And this book, it starts out with Malcolm Hopkins escaping from prison, which he is another... I'm not sure if they call it metas or superhuman in this book, but we're going to call him superhumans for this video. He is a superhuman too, and he escapes from prison, and it really doesn't tell you much about him. Like, it tells you how he got his powers. He made a deal with the devil, as you see here. It says, hey, I will help you get out of prison if you kill the View. You know? So he gets out of prison, goes back home, talks to his mom. Look at this. I love that Specs does this. It's like an intro. It's like a couple pages. Mm-hmm. Then boom. Legacy of the View. That beautifulness. So, before I get really deep into this book, there are some misspelled words. Or,
yes.
Would you say misspelled or just...
I would say it's improper grammar. I think there's some things missing.
Yes, they definitely need to fix some words on here.
Yes.
I told Specs about it way before I did this video, so he's already aware.
Yes.
So,
which can be frustrating for people when you're reading a book and you come across improper grammar or a word missing or something, and then you continue and then it happens again. So,
I'm not the grammar police, by no means. If any of y'all's ever talked to me on Facebook Messenger or right before any of these interviews, you know I'm not the grammar police. So, I mean, it's kind of bad for me to be mentioning it.
No, but, you know, it needs to be mentioned because this is a book that somebody has put blood, sweat, and tears in, and they want it to be a representation of them, and, you know, if there's issues with it, you know, you want it corrected.
All right.
So, sorry.
My turn.
Go ahead.
All right. So, we get our second, I don't know if would be our second full appearance, but we get our second appearance of Boots and a little bit of backstory of what she is. She is going to be let me see, it's a ninja. The leader of the Yoso clan. The Yoso clan is a $1 million ninja for hire workforce that will do anything for the right price. Right out here where my pinky is. That's Specs' next book coming out. Which I would like to, I can't wait to see if I can get a copy of it to read it, just to see his range and diversity, you know? Mm-hmm. But this is, like, I wish there was a little bit more to this book, because it sets up Malcolm Thomas in the beginning. Then the hordes of howlers kidnaps, I keep wanting to call the dude Specs. The View, I forget the View's name. It's been so long since I've read this. The View, he kidnaps his dad. So now the View's on like a rampage to go get his dad back. But in the meantime, the Specs' full-time job, well, I guess day job, is a producer. And he's producing these dudes' music, and as they go to the airport, one of the, what was the name was? Howls. One of the Howls attacks the plane, but the scene doesn't make sense right here. Alright? You see him? He said, hey, you can borrow my car. He's in his car. Right? You see the View in the car, about ready to take off. He's taking off. Then boom, he's running back and already into action. Like, you didn't see him, like, pull over, get out the car, and nothing. It's just like, how far could he have gone and ran back? Did he, like, pull, like, 10 to 15 feet, then, like, ran back to help his buddies? Oh, I'm serious, look. Like, you see him leaving, then he's running back. But I cannot wait to see what Specs does with number 4. Like, hopefully, it's a lot of build-up, and then I want it to pay. I hope it pays off in the next couple of issues, and not like issue 10 or so. But definitely pick up Legacy of the View. It's a dope little book. Like, I definitely like to see the View in trouble.
There you go.
Get down.
I mean, it's a similar style, the look and everything.
You know what? Mm-hmm. If y'all ever read Trouble and y'all know about the View, let us know who would win in the 101. The View or Trouble? Would that be? I should have set that up. Get them two to work on a book together, like a versus.
I mean, they have very similar.
That would be sweet.
Creative view, ways. So.
Wow.
But there you go.
That's it, my guys. Oh, and I give this book an 8. 8 out of 10. All right. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, leave a like if you want to help us out and support the channel a little more. Check out our Patreon. But if not, most definitely smash that subscribe button and the like. And till next time. But her name is Carrie, not Kari. Yes. I'm Cody. We'll see you soon.
What? You mean you haven't subscribed to Comic Chat Authority? Oh, come on. Subscribe already. What are you waiting for? It's no big deal. Like, man, don't forget to tell him to hit that like button. Yeah, that too. Just subscribe.